All right, everybody. Welcome back to the Stoop, football fans. It's your boy Lolo on another Friday night coming to you from Spain. I'm very excited to talk about football. We finally, after that international break, they throw all the football that we can manage to watch at us in a 2-week stint, and we're in the thick of it. We already had midweek Champions League matches. I'm sure there was Europa League matches that I didn't pay attention to. And then we have Premier League starting tomorrow again. And then we have midweek matches again. So let's get to the important stuff. Let's crack one open. Happy Friday, everybody.
Hey, I was just watching Tom's show, which was a lot of fun. It's still going on? No. But cheers, buddy. What are you drinking there? I got a Budweiser.
I found a place where I could buy Founders. It's $1.40 a can.
Nice.
Can't beat that, man.
Beautiful.
Excuse me. Whoa, that went down not as cold as I would hope it would be. Goodness.
It looks smooth.
It's smooth. That Founders goes down like a bag of bricks. Big up to Anders, who was first in the comments section, of course, like always. Little chit chat back and forth with me and with director John. Scooby D2 got in talking about his Lidl specials. I love me some Lidl. We actually chose a different school for my daughters because this other school, we had to walk past Lidl every day to take them to that school, and that's going to cost us a fortune. I don't know if you guys go there, but they are now the sponsor of our show. So, yeah. Anyway, big up to you. Big up Jimmy Bremer's Ghost, who's talking about a match going on, Salford Wakey match. Oh, all right. Good to see everybody. And Jimmy has been a member for 53 months. We've been doing this for 53 months, John, and you've still never been paid? This is insane. See, I'm getting ahead of your jokes here. Sorry, we're on a 1-hour show. We don't have time for you to think of a joke. All right, let's get to it. I want to talk football because I am angry. Let the money rain down. I want to talk about Liverpool. It cannot keep happening. We're 5 weeks into it now. I think we played, 5 matches? And they played a Champions League match. And, I mean, you look at this, like the Arsenal goal, when they beat us, that was scored in the 83rd minute. Okay, that's a tight 0-0 match, 83rd banger. Boom. What are you going to do about that? I'm going to give you that one. But then, I mean, like, Bournemouth, you were losing. 88th minute Chiesa, 90 plus 4 to Mo Salah. Newcastle, 90 plus 10 for the winner. Burnley, 90 plus 5, a crazy handball. Penalty, winner. And then they did it against Atletico Madrid this week, just a couple days ago in the Champions League. I mean, Marcos Alonso just owns Anfield somehow. The last time he was there, he got a brace. This time he shows up. He gets another brace to tie it in the depth of the game. But then there was like 5 minutes of stoppage time, and everybody knew. I mean, everybody knew Liverpool were going to score. They were going to get a dodgy penalty, something. Something was going to come up, and they were going to get it. And what did they do? They won again. And I text with a lot of Liverpool fans, and what they have the audacity to say is champions find a way. Champions find a... Man, fuck off. This is nonsense. You played 5 weeks of football. You haven't lost a game. You've won all these games, but you've not been good. This is, and I hate that I get so mad at them saying champions find a way. But honestly, that's how you win a Premier League. You play bad and you still win. City, we saw City do it when we're like, oh, City's not off to a good start. City's not off to a good start. And they end up winning the league anyway. I think they won the quadruple. Not the quadruple. What did they win? They win the year they won like all the trophies. They were bad for a chunk of the season, and they were still finding a way to draw, to win. Arsenal last season, when we were bad, we would go from 1-0 to draw or 1-1 to losing. We couldn't find these late magical, lucky, magical, whatever word you want to use. We couldn't find those. And Liverpool are doing it this year. And I hate it because they are a good enough team. They don't need the luck. They don't need the luck. I know they're not firing on all cylinders right now. The same way I feel Arsenal's not firing on all cylinders right now. So I know they're going to win a ton of games. I know they're going to win a ton of games just being good. Don't give them all these games. Come on. They should have dropped a bunch of points already. They're going to make it up. It's still going to be a title race. They still may win the title. Don't be giving them goals. Just giving them goals. I don't even want to see that. Yeah, you know what I do want to see? I asked AI earlier. Is it just me, or is Liverpool lucky? And it gave me this video. This is an AI generated shitty little thing, but let's see.
Watch this. One Liverpool fan, 3 lucky charms, and a grin that says, "We've got this." While other fans rely on skill and tactics, Liverpool fans have discovered the secret to success. Works every time, mate. Liverpool fans know that even if they are losing with no time left, all they have to do is squeeze that 4-leaf clover between their cheeks, and they're bound to get another stoppage time goal.
So dumb. But yes, even the AI knows that Liverpool fans have a 4-leaf clover up their butt right now. And during squeaky bum time, all that friction makes it into a lucky charm and they win the game. Let me bring on my lovely co-host, Mr. Mark. Tell me what you think about my little rant there.
I gotta say this. The section of that video that shows the Liverpool fans in the stands, not a single one is wearing a shirt. And then it goes on to talk about squeezing a 4-leaf clover between their cheeks. Look, I don't know what Liverpool has between their cheeks, but it is obviously working because
so annoying.
it is, with the exception of Arsenal. And I'm very sorry to say that's the exception, because that is the one game that they have played. I don't want to say flawlessly, but you play with what's given to you, and that's what Liverpool did.
I think it's their only clean sheet, Mark.
It's their only clean sheet.
Burnley they had a clean sheet.
Burnley was a clean sheet as well. But, you know, that was a game where it's like, you know, hey, we're going to take what we can get. It's Arsenal. Arsenal is very tough defensively. It was going to be 1-0 if it wasn't going to be 0-0. But every single match that Liverpool has played, and I mean every single match, all the way back to that Charity Cup or the Community Shield or whatever the hell they call it, Liverpool has given up 2-0 leads, with the exception of Burnley, and won. You know, they've given up lead after lead after lead after lead. Now you can look at that as saying, oh, they've got the rub of the green, they're lucky bastards, they're spawny Liverpool, whatever you want. It would be infuriating if my squad was even remotely close to a Premier League race. We're on the other end of the Premier League race. But what I think, I'm going to dismiss. I don't want to dismiss it. People saying champions find a way to win. Sure. Good teams find a way to win, and good teams are champions, or champions are good teams, because you don't get to be a champion if you're not good. I'm looking at it like this. They're not playing well right now and running the table. What happens when they start playing well? What happens when it starts clicking for Liverpool? And it's clicking on all 3 phases. I'm like, if this is how Liverpool is going to be played, I think it's a wide open race. If they pull it together, that's going to be one scary team. And
Mark,
yeah,
they are. It's not a if they do. They are going to pull it together. Right now, they just have a bunch of fancy new toys that need to figure each other out a little bit.
Right.
And they got rid of Trent, who has been such a leader on that team for so long as well. Like, and it's them trying to figure that out. And it's this. I feel like Liverpool and Arsenal right now are so similar, where we both have more than enough to be the best team in the world. It's all about how you put it together and how quickly you can get it put together.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, if you look at us, they haven't lost a game. They've won every game in the Premier League. We only lost the one to them, and that was about as even of a match as you can ever see.
I think the only difference between the two squads is health, and as
but
Arsenal
we have the depth,
has
and they have the depth
sure,
as well, though.
Sure. But
That's
what I'm
saying
is it seems to be like in the last few seasons, it's been the injuries that hurt,
And Liverpool were super healthy last season.
And Liverpool
that was a big thing for them.
Super healthy last year. They're somewhat healthy this season. It's too early to say. I shouldn't even speak upon any one team's health and any one team's misfortune, because we are only, what are we, like a ninth of the season? We still have 34 weeks left or something crazy like that. I'm not worried about anybody, and I can't even know what people are doing. But Liverpool,
but I mean, even being this early on,
that has just been able to be lucky and persevere the storm, and if anything, they'll kind of have that confidence in them. It's like, hey, you know what? No matter what, we can still come back because we've established the pattern. We're not afraid of giving up a 2-0 lead, because we're going to go out and get it. 2-3 years ago, I want to say that was like United. Man United was winning matches in the stoppage time and finding ways to win. Leeds United have built several seasons that I've watched where they just find a way to win. In the like 2 years ago, didn't they have I don't know what season it was, but they had like 7 or 8 stoppage time victories where they scored the winning goal in stoppage time. It was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah,
we'll see.
No, I mean that's what I'm saying.
There's a roadblock
they
ahead.
Don't need this luck right now.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of a bit of a roadblock coming up this weekend. I have a feeling the Merseyside derby just might not go Liverpool's way on this one. But that's for later.
Aren't they the early match? Yeah, they're the first match.
Oh shit! They are the early match
at Liverpool, at Anfield. I mean, we can get into that, but I think Jack Grealish needs to ball out for them to even have a chance. Like, he needs to preoccupy so much of their mind, because
he's been balling out so far.
Here's something that Liverpool fans, or people, not Liverpool fans, but anybody else who's only a casual Liverpool watcher, they'll say, yeah, okay, but they've spent all this money. Yeah, and they've got Florian Wirtz and Isak and Ekitike and all that. To me, those guys have just been filling holes right now. The impressive ones for me are Szoboszlai, who has been put in a defensive role, and he's now like a defensive back. He's a wing back or something. Which, remember, he's a midfielder. But they put him back there, and he's done a hell of a job. Not to mention the free kick again. But since that free kick, I've seen him in multiple games since then taking shots from long range. mid-play, during open play, and not being far off. So the work that he's done to not be kicked off this team, basically, with all these new signings is incredible. But also Ryan Gravenberch. That dude silently goes about his business. And he's also playing a bit more of a defensive role, but he takes shots from outside the box. He had a great goal a couple matches ago out of nowhere. I think that was Newcastle, maybe. But beautiful goal. Beautifully taken. He's playing like a really silent killer style role. And I think Szoboszlai and Gravenberch right now, they're the ones who are carrying that team. Van Dijk is the leader. He is by far the general on the pitch, and he's having another stellar start to a year. But those two guys shock me that I noticed them so much. I just noticed their good play.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not taking all the headlines, but ask any Liverpool fan, and they'll tell you Gravenberch and Szoboszlai right now. And then the job of like Harvey Elliott, who comes in and does his work. They've got why am I talking good about Liverpool? Mark, John,
because they're good, because they got a lot of good things going on. You know, you're absolutely right. You know, sometimes
just too much in my mind.
Sometimes
right
the players that you bring in the transfer windows aren't necessarily the superstars, and you know, I mean, and certainly they have done that with Isak, but then you have the lunch pail guys, the guys that come in and they do their job and they do their job exceptionally well, and they're not going to, every once in a while, there'll be moments of brilliance, but for the most part, they're steady eddies, punching a clock and staying late, you know?
Yeah. Well, Mark, that was my 17-minute bitch about Liverpool that ended up with me praising their fucking team. I hope they lose tomorrow. Would make a great start to the weekend. And then Arsenal end the weekend, which if Liverpool win, we're guaranteed to lose. Against Man City. But let's get to it. We have a Stoop derby this weekend. Excuse me. The freshly promoted Leeds United going to the Molineux. Going to the Molineux?
Yes, they are going to the Wolves' Den. They are indeed.
They? Yes, they are. Mark, what are your thoughts about where do you want to start here, Mark? You want to talk about your team? You want to talk about Leeds, or you want to talk about the match?
You know what? I can talk about them both because really, and again, you know, I just finished by saying, you know, it's way too early in the season to judge, but this is a match that is a relegation battle early in the season. You know, a Leeds win, and you know they've got 7 points, and Wolves are pretty much where they were last year. Wolves desperately need a win. They need 3 points. I'm just glad that goddamn Bill isn't going to be on doing his terrible front flips and scoring goals like he does against us.
Who?
Alioski. Or no, I'm sorry. Not Alioski. Ayling. Luke Ayling.
Luke Ayling.
Yeah,
I
Bill.
was like, what? I thought you were talking about like the old Bill, meaning like
I was talking
David,
about Luke Ayling and his goddamn terrible front flips when he scored against us twice, which you ain't got him to rely on, damn it. I don't know who Leeds is going to rely on. They're pretty banged up. My understanding is they won't have Dan James and they won't have Willie Noto. But Wolves might not have Strand Larson. So you know, I mean, this has the potential of being like an all-out slugfest, or it can just be like just really poor play on both sides. You know, we can point to the fact that Wolverhampton is at the bottom of the table, but we can also point out the fact that Leeds has not scored a goal outside of the penalty. that they got in the first week of the season against Everton. You know?
That is true. They do need some goals somewhere. They scored against Sheffield Wednesday.
Ooh.
That was like a month ago. That was Bogle. But you're absolutely right. And Mark, I don't think you or I need to discuss where Leeds United, what their tactics or anything are going to do. I hope we'll get a Leeds fan on the show in just a moment to do that part. But Mark, you and I watch a lot of Leeds United. It's because, you know, we have a lot of our friends are Leeds United fans.
It's right there.
I was really I was really happy with the performance at Everton because I thought that was a very solid statement draw that ended up, you know, snatch and grab. They got the penalty and they got the winner. So they won their first match of the season. I had high hopes for them. Of course, then they come to Arsenal and I don't know, we smacked them down a little bit.
Happen.
Yeah, but then they had a very solid draw against Newcastle. Newcastle, big scoring club, even without Isak playing, and they kept him to a draw. And then Fulham, there was like a 90+5 or something own goal.
Oh, the own goal was shocking by Goodinson. It was just absolutely shocking, and I felt bad because
what are you doing?
It just hit. But he doesn't do anything. He actually tries to avoid it by crouching down, and it just
no. He's heading it. He's heading it either out of bounds or to his keeper. That's what you do. A nice little subtle think. But
it wasn't a subtle dink. It
was not.
Traveled off of his head. Must be made of like titanium or something like that because it almost seemed to generate speed, and he didn't do anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so if you take that one out, that gives them another point. They should, you know, you could say 5 points for them is a great start out of the first 4 games, and you know they would be up in the middle of the table. Not that they're doing fine with 4 out of 4. I mean, if they continue that, they get 38. Right there, you go. And that's usually enough, right?
Right.
To stay up. But what I'm saying is, Mark, which sort of team do you think it is that's going to come out against you guys? Because they've only given up 1 goal. To the teams they've lost to, they've only given up 1 goal minus the 5 that they gave up against Arsenal. But I think that's because we got the second one and then they had to go, and we got it early enough that they had to open up.
Right.
Which sort of team do you think they're going to come at you open and try to actually get their scoring off the mark?
I don't think. Sorry, Leeds fans, but with Dan James out, with Willie Nota out, I'm not really sure. I don't see an attack that is already kind of not the greatest attack with them. Without them, I just think you're even more handcuffed. Goals have been, they've been non-existent for you, and you're not going to have these 2 players that provide a great deal of pace. They may not necessarily play at the same time, but I don't think the pace is going to be there for Leeds, and I just don't know, because Wolves they have yet to put together a 90-minute performance that is completely solid. They've had their moments. They play, they get like a good 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And I know that there's been a lot of subtractions and a lot of additions, and Pereira is still trying to figure that out. But
Mark,
maybe the team can be excited
because
Pereira signs an extension, and Strand Larson signs an extension when he was supposed to go somewhere. Yeah, go to Newcastle for £60 million or whatever the price number was.
Well, Mark, I have a name for you. I think Leeds United can do some damage and beat you guys tomorrow if this guy starts and has a hustle his ass off performance like we know he can. And it's one Mr. Jack Harrison. Hello, Tom. What do you think about that?
I feel like I've been instantly baited live on Stoop at 10 p.m. in
This
the
is
UK.
gotcha journalism. We gotcha.
Gotcha journalism. Wait a minute. What we
That
do is
wasn't me.
journalism?
That was Tom. Yeah, man. We were up for some journalism awards.
I thought you were introducing him the way you were talking.
Uh,
That's why I brought him in. I was
You know
trying
what?
to read your mind.
It would have been amazing if I would have caught that and said, if Mr. Tom starts and has a great game, they'll win. But no, I'm
And you have
still
somebody
mad
else
at
waiting.
Liverpool in my head.
Yeah, you have somebody else waiting
all right.
too.
Who do we? Well, we need to talk to Tom, but is Gary here? Get Gary in here. Cheers to you, Gary, and you,
Hello.
Tom.
Thank you. I
We're
did
jumping
get
right in here, guys.
John.
a thing come up.
What do you think
saying
about my thought that Jack
Chat.
Harrison needs to start and needs to have a good game?
he needs to have a good game because he needs to win back some friends. And the only way you do that is by playing well consistently, and obviously I kind of need that to happen tomorrow. I don't care how, I just need it to
I
happen.
thought you guys were all sour on Jack Harrison.
I am.
But he's back.
Personally, I think
he's a
he needs
Premier
to
League
fuck
player.
himself. But at the same time, I'm not naive to the fact that you'd be very silly to not lean on players you already have with Premier League experience.
Right.
Especially when it feels like half our team are crocked out injured at points or whatever. But I don't know. The important thing is basically as long as Leeds get a point tomorrow, preferably 3, obviously. Well, I'm not going to turn down 3. Hello, Scooby. How you doing? But I don't know. It's going to be a difficult afternoon for both teams, I imagine.
Yeah, I agree.
Jesus.
I don't even know.
Um,
I've had in the past when Wolves have played Leeds, I've had this thought that we're gonna take it to them, and it has really been the opposite. But this year I don't have that feeling that we're gonna take it to you guys. If Strand Larson plays, I think we have a pretty good chance. But I don't think he starts. I still think he's nursing that Achilles. And while he did train yesterday, one training session in 3 weeks is not enough. I don't have a lot of hope for Number Wang and the new guy who I don't even know about yet. It's gonna be fun. We signed a new striker in the window. I don't know his name. I haven't seen him play. I think he played last week, but unfortunately, I haven't. I wasn't able to watch much football last week. Nuno back to Wolves by Christmas? No, that is yesteryear. We will move forward. One of the things I hate about football is that you always get these fans. It's like, well, so-and-so was so good for us 17 million years ago. Let's re-sign him because he's out on a free. No.
Well,
No,
Gary,
you move
welcome to
forward.
the chat. And speaking of what Mark is talking about, there was some talk about, the number, what was it? The number 14 was available after Eddie left. And we're like, you know what? Number 14, we could bring Henri back. Why not? What do you think about bringing a player from a million years ago back? And that wasn't even a million years ago.
No.
Sorry, Gary. I'm just trying to find a way to squeeze you
No.
into this conversation when we're talking about Leeds and Wolves.
It's it's some critical points on the table right now for these two teams, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's critical points. I mean, it's not a 6-pointer, but it is. It makes a difference. I mean, Leeds doesn't want to be anywhere near Wolves, and Wolves want to be closer to Leeds. You know what I mean? So it makes a big deal. If somebody wins this game,
And that West Ham logo is ugly.
it's still going to be tough for Wolves to get out of the cellar. But
3 points would certainly be a beginning.
no, that's you want to
with
start
only
with some
with,
positive.
with only 33 games to play. I mean, time is getting short.
Yeah. But you know what? These are the games that you would like. I don't think you were expecting. I don't know if you were expecting to be at the bottom of the table at this point in the season, but these are the games that I believe you're thinking, all right, we should be able to get some points from this based on the fact that we are here and they're coming. They just joined, right? They just joined back in. So there is experience, as you said, as Mr. Tom just alluded to, right? They've got players that have experience. You've got pretty much most of your team experienced in the Premier League. So regardless, yes, you've lost talent, but they are starting anew for a lot of these players, right? Some of them have never played. So for me, you've got the more experience, which hopefully helps you, and you need something good to happen, right? In terms of you need a point.
Lord.
You need a point, right? At least a point.
I think we're only allowed to win like once every 3 months, and somehow we survive.
Gary, that was actually some very level-headed, decent commentary on both clubs, but I did get a complaint about you talking about Leeds United. So we have somebody who called in all the way from Boston to complain about you talking about his club. He has no time for us, but he didn't like that you were talking about Leeds.
Mark, we're coming for you. We're coming for you. We're going to beat your ass. We're going to beat your ass. Now, I've got to go because I've got a plane to catch. I don't want to hear anything that level-headed Gary's got to say because it's all nonsense. We're going to come. We're going to beat your ass.
Oh, there you go.
Cheerio.
You heard it there.
I want to say, like,
That was
2 years ago,
He's still yelling. John, you
years
took
ago-
him off. He's still yelling.
2 years ago, I did a video where I claimed that I just up and down, we're coming for you, Leeds, we're gonna whoop your ass, and da 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 da. And then I had to retract. I actually made a video from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, retracting all the shit that I talked. Yeah, that was a good one. I think that was even one where Wolves were up. And you guys ended up I think that was like the Alioski, or no, I'm sorry, but the Luke Ayling goal in stoppage time, and you guys won like 3-2 or something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that. I just don't know. Wolves are still trying to put it together. We have these moments of brilliance. We look really good. Like the first 5 minutes against Newcastle, we were looking sharp. We had some moves up the pitch. We had shots on goal. The only solace that I have in this season where we have yet to score a point is that with the exception of City, and that was expected to just have that taken to us. City, for after all, is that we've lost everything else. We've lost by 1 goal. So there is that. Is there solace in that? I don't know. In the comments, is there solace to losing a bunch of games by 1 goal?
Well, Mark,
I don't know.
Mark, this is something that I wanted to mention to Mr. Tom and get his feelings. But it's similar to you because Leeds United have only lost by 1 goal except for those 5 they gave up to Arsenal. They've only given up 1 other goal in the Premier League in 4 matches. Well, I guess 3 matches if we're taking away the Arsenal one. But they've only given up 1 goal. I didn't realize you guys were in a similar boat. Let's see.
No, we're only losing by 1. We're not getting blown out night after night after night. We lost. We were 10 men down for for
for 1-1.
over. I want to say for half a match versus
City beat the
versus
crap out of you.
Bournemouth. We only lost 1-0 in that one. We lost 3-2 to
and then
Everton.
you have the
we
one
lost
where City
1-0 to Newcastle. With the exception of City, we're in it. I don't know if that means a whole lot, but we've been in it.
I don't agree with this Yule Blug. Played 4, lost 4. Doesn't matter about goals at the end of the day. I think at the only 4 games in, it's a more important stat than 38 games in, when you're like, oh, played 38, lost 38. Who cares that we only gave up 38 goals and lost every single game 1-0? Yeah, I get you. But you're 4 games in. We're talking about who are we as a team? What are we showing the consistency as a team? And to me, what Leeds United is showing me is that every now and then they're going to get blown out. But for the most part, they're pretty tricky to score against. This isn't one of these like fantasy years where whoever's playing Leeds United, put that striker in your team, buy that attacker, because Leeds United are going to leak goals. They did it 1 game. They gave up all the goals that game. They've only given up 1 goal in 3 other games. So to me, that's something to be proud of. Tom, am I wrong about this? How do you feel about that? Does it not matter?
I feel I'll be pleased at the end of the game, because then we've got 2 away trips out of the way. Let's get Bournemouth down to Ellen Road, where basically, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to say if we lose to Wolves, I'm not going to sit here and say it's a disaster, but at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and say that it's ideal either. The fact of the matter is, we need to get the points where we can get them. And if you're going to look at the start of the season and you have to pick a team where we can get the points somewhere, you're going to look at the table and go Wolves at 0-4. I'd be wrong to not. I'm not saying to disrespect Mark or anyone. Just the same reason, like obviously Gary, when he's looking at the start of the season, he can turn around and go, where are we going to definitely get points? Obviously, he's going to look at we're playing Leeds and Liverpool and 2 of the first 3
everywhere, games. Tom. We look at the schedule and we go, where are we going to get points? Yes. Everywhere, Tom. We get points
not when you
everywhere.
Come to Ellen Road, that's going to be a different conversation. But
Ellen Road is always a difficult place to play. And I agree with you incredibly, Tom, is that you do look when you're not a very good squad, and these guys over here don't know what that's like. When you're not a very good squad, you're looking at the table and you're going, where are we getting points? Where are we going to get enough points? And you do. You look at a match like like Leeds and say, you know what? Maybe we can get 3 here. Maybe we can get 1. Oh shit! At this point, I'll just take a point. That would be the most encouraging thing. Obviously, 3 points would be huge, but I would settle for 1 at this point. We have yet to garner a point, and and then in the same note, Leeds might just be like, I'll settle for a goal, from open play.
It would be nice. I got a bit spoiled last year, Mark, because I was used to Leeds scoring goals left, right, and centre, and now basically there's no left or right or centre.
Right.
But the key thing is, silly as this will sound, like you did bring it up, we haven't got blown out by anyone apart from Arsenal, but a lot of teams are going to get blown out by Arsenal. Mm-hmm. So basically, when in 8 months' time, how many teams are going to turn around and say, "Oh, we also went to Emirates, didn't have a very nice Saturday afternoon"? I imagine it's not just going to be Leeds.
Exactly.
Hopefully.
And they do not deserve this praise from me, because fuck them. But obviously, the fact of the matter is, a lot of teams are going to get punished by Arsenal because they are a very good football team. It upsets me they're a very good football team, because I don't think they themselves appreciate that they're a very good football team, because when they win 5-0, their problem still. Like, Max Dalman, go fuck yourself, Max.
He should have gotten a red card.
Tom, I think you're right on multiple points there. Arsenal fans do
No,
not
he's never
appreciate
right.
what
No,
they
no.
have.
We don't give him any credit for anything
Not
he just said.
all
It's
Arsenal
all
fans do.
nonsense. Nothing I heard. Yeah, all nonsense. It don't even matter if he's right. He might say, "Gary, your name is Gary," and I'll go, I don't like you. You were wrong.
No, I don't believe you.
It's true. True.
I appreciate my team. I do. And I appreciate what we're doing. And I even thoroughly enjoyed watching Martinelli get benched and then him and Trossard coming on with a fury in the Champions League match and scoring within 36 seconds of being on the pitch. Martinelli does some brilliance too and scores a wonderful goal and then assists Trossard again. I love that we have depth for once where we look at our bench and we go, our bench could start for any Premier League club. Maybe not any, but most. That's an amazing feeling, and I appreciate it. I just am really hoping that we make the most of it this season and Arteta doesn't overthink it and overcomplicate things. But hey, great problems to have. All right, so let's give our predictions for the Stoop Derby this weekend. Wolves, Leeds United. And big up to everybody on Gary's channel that's watching on Gary's channel over there.
Thanks for joining.
We love you guys. Don't forget, you can click over to Gary's channel, hit a like, subscribe, all that stuff as well. Put it on 2 tabs. Join us on both channels.
Can I give it a eh? It's only like
They
or
don't have
dislike
an yet. No.
I would love a meh button.
They should. It's like because you don't want to give thumbs down to certain
Thumbs
things.
down.
Like, I don't
Sometimes
care
it's
enough.
harsh. Sometimes
I don't
it's
care
harsh.
enough to give thumbs down.
But a meh.
But a meh,
Eh.
yeah, I'd be hitting that all the time.
West Ham and Crystal Palace. Meh.
Hey, Crystal Palace looks good this year. I don't know what's going on. They lost everybody and they look better. Anyway, who's going to start this? Who's going to give their first prediction? We got predictions coming in already.
I'll go first. I nobody's losing this game, so I'm going to say that first off. I like to have some entertainment, so a little bit back and forth. So I like the Anthony Herbert Weir's there with the 2-2. I'm going to go to Desmond 2-2 as well. A lot of action. I think both teams deserve to get something out of this game. Definitely the Wolves, and I think Leeds go on a road and get 2 goals. That would be amazing, right? Wolves get 2 goals, definitely same thing. So yeah, I'm going to go with a 2-2 Desmond, and everybody will be happy. We'll take a point and go home. All right, especially Leeds if they go on a road and get a point. Right. All right. So there you go.
All right, I'll come from the neutral side as well, and I'll do my prediction. I think very similarly to Gary, I think this is going to be a fairly even match, and but I don't think there's going to be as many goals. Both teams are having a problem scoring right now, and but I do think it's going to be 1-1. I think Dominic Calvert-Lewin, if he plays, will get 5 chances and 1 of them will actually go in. But it's only going to be enough for a draw. And I think both teams walk away. 1 point sucks, but hey, it's a point. All right. Which one of you guys are going to go first, Wolves or
Mr.
Leeds?
Tom? I would like to yield the floor to you.
I've actually made my picks on all the games this weekend. So obviously, as you've asked for the specific game, I've picked Wolves 1, Leeds 2, and obviously because I'm a biased motherfucker, I'm not going to sit on the internet and say Leeds United are going to lose any football match ever. Even when we playing Arsenal away, I still sat on the internet and said we're going to get a draw at the Emirates. Just no matter how fucking delusional or silly I sound saying that in hindsight, because go fuck yourselves.
Well said, I guess. Mark?
I would love any result outside of a loss. I would enjoy any point. A point taken, a point before my pint. I have no idea. But I do know this. This is something that Wolves have to have. If they are going to have any chance to stay up, this is a match that they have to win. They have to have a full 3 points. This is at home. This is a team. This is against a team that is that is struggling just to put the ball in the back of the net, and two of their best attackers are more than likely not playing. I do have that Nonto is out. Dan James is going to be a game time decision, but from what I've read, it sounds like Dan James is going to be out as well. Wolves need this more than anything. It's at home. I do believe the crowd is going to get behind them. Pereira signs a new contract. Strand Larson signs a new contract. Maybe that's enough to just kind of bring some sort of energy. I'm not really sure. And yes, I will go on and on and on and on and on and on. I don't think there's a lot of goals here. I think it's going to be 1-0 Wolverhampton. 1-0 to the Wolves. I do think we get this because it is strictly out of desperation. 5 games into the season. This is one we have to have.
All right. Well, we finally got something out of Mark, who, John says he has the wrong opinion. John,
opinions are never wrong.
John's prediction.
That one was.
That one.
Opinions are never wrong. They're not based. Opinions are not based on fact. Opinions
that opinion was wrong.
Feeling.
Well, Mark, that's your opinion, and it's wrong.
We'll know if it's right or wrong at 5 p.m. in the UK tomorrow, I imagine.
All right, guys. Gary, it's now that we're done with that, I'm gonna bring you up here, pal. Gary,
it's getting it's a little cold
Arsenal,
down here.
Man City, the last match of the weekend. Arsenal, Man City at home. We didn't have such a good record against them, and then last season and the season before, we did all right. They're starting to fire on more cylinders, even with some players that are out. But Phil Foden's back. He looked good. Frickin' Erling Haaland is always good. However, our defense, we've only given up 1 goal in 5 games. So, and that was not from open play. How do you think we're going to fare playing against Man City? In all the lights, we're the only match on. What do you think, Gary?
We got, as long as I can lean on my defense, we got this. I think we got this one. I think our defense will stand up. I guess the only question is it Mascara or Saliba who starts? That's on the back line. So for me, now unless the defense falls flat in their face, I'm expecting Arsenal to be able to get the win. I like chaos and madness, so that's why I'm going for a crazy scoreline there. But I think we have it in us to do that. Yes, they are looking better, but I so solid.
He faded at the perfect time.
Yeah, you faded out, Gary. We didn't hear that last part. You just faded.
I don't know why the mic. I got the mic as close to my mouth as possible. So
it slowly faded out. It was nice. I was like, I thought music was gonna come up. Like
it was his Oscar moment, and he's getting yanked.
Oh no!
Play him off.
No. I for me, it's gonna be the matter of what is our midfield gonna look like, because that's gonna tell me kind of how we're gonna play this thing. I don't want it to be like that Liverpool match. I think we should actually be trying to go out there and get the win, not get a lucky goal or one of those freakish goals or a free kick or whatever it is. So we need to go out there and actually take the 3 points as opposed to just like people will look at us and go, you got lucky. I don't know. We need to go get the 3 points. We're at home. We should be able to go get the 3 points. We've got a crowd on our side. Yes, they look good, but I don't think their defense is where they would like it to be, and we have to take advantage of that, right? So that's what So that's how I'm going. Yeah, I'm not say easy. It's going to look like an easy win, but it's going to be hard work.
Well, Gary, don't we like Arsenal? Arteta's becoming notorious for going to play Liverpool a few years in a row now, a bit shy, a bit timid, a bit conservative. Yet we don't go out against City with that same. We tend to go at City. We tend to try to go pound for pound. Do you think now we'll double down on that because we finally have our Holland? Hopefully, we actually have a striker up top. Do you see us going at them or being more conservative, especially with Odegaard probably being out? Are we going to see that Marino fucking triangle?
No, that's the thing. If we see that, then we're not trying to go out there and get the 3 points as easy as I think you bring in Eze, you bring in Gyökeres, you bring in Noni Madueke. Those players you're not bringing in there to just maybe we can squeak out a 1-0 late win here. Nah. We got 3 goals in us against every team, I think, in the world. We got 3 goals in us.
You're fading out again. All right, Gary, I'm going to ask Mark because your microphone doesn't like what you're saying.
He's fading out just like Arsenal faded last year.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wow.
Mark, Tom,
and he dips out. He's like, mic drop. I'm out, folks. Look. Couple of things. You're right. Arsenal does play with a little more of that kind of Arsenal swagger against City, but that's the match that Arteta wants to win. He's not going to lose every match of the season, but this is the one he has circled. This is his mentor. This is the guy that gave him his coaching chops and his chance and all the things. Arsenal is obviously playing very, very well this early in the season. They're hanging goals and they're doing just enough to win when they have to. They obviously lost a tough one on a worldly to that spawny team Liverpool. But
I hate
there is an individual who on City that is in ridiculous form right now, and that's Erling Haaland. He is in some very, very good form, and Phil Foden is also looking pretty good. Now, I don't have the best memory in the world, but it seems like this season is the Haaland-Foden experiment. I want to say that Foden he came off the bench a little bit more last year, maybe because he was injured. I'm not really sure. But, I think that you guys are going to have some serious challenges. As good as you guys are on defense, it's more of a up here. You guys play very, very smart on defense. You look to one another, and there's like this nonverbal communication that goes on in that in the back.
I'm trying now. It's not working.
Nonverbal. I'm not really sure that when it comes to a physical front line that you guys succeed, and I don't see it tomorrow.
We played against Haaland at his best. This is whatever he's doing now. No different than what we've seen before.
No, he's a little different this year.
It won't be a surprise to us. That's the thing.
2 goals against us.
That's the thing.
He scored 5 goals in 2 games. I mean, he's on fire right now.
Yeah, but what did he do in the other games? That's the thing, right? You just said it right there. It's not going to do that against everybody. And I'll be surprised if he does that against what I consider one of the best defenses in Europe.
Yeah. You guys absolutely
we always give him a hard time.
Best defense.
We always give him a hard time.
Absolutely. I just said that you guys are very, very good defensively, but physically on the defensive end,
You
Not
mean
so
like
much.
when you
Mentally,
mean when Harlan ran into Gabriel and Saliba and was on the ground chasing a yellow? Is that what you mean?
oh my
That
good
guy?
Lord.
Is that who you're talking about? The Viking?
I'm
Is
sorry,
that the
Gary.
guy?
I
Is that the guy
don't
you're talking
remember the
about?
specifics
No,
like
I'm just
you
giving you
do.
examples of why. You know
Oh,
what? You're talking.
please,
You
just
it sounds
stop
good.
already.
It sounds good, but it's
I
not
am
gonna work.
talking about right now. I'm not talking now. Now, you Arsenal fans love to live in the past. I love it when I hear from Lolo and from Cantac about the David Luiz red card against Wolves,
because it was nonsense.
who hasn't even played for Arsenal for like 3 to 4 years, but that's still on
To
the
be fair,
plate.
we haven't brought that up this season. You brought it up right now.
I did bring it
You
up.
bring up
Don't
stuff
blame
that we
us.
said years ago, and you
Oh,
want us
I'm
to,
not
like,
blaming
not comment
anyone.
on it.
I said it is akin to.
No, it's not
is when
akin
you
to.
had in the
we have
past.
a really good defense.
Akin meaning like.
and that's
No, but
why it won't
You
make
know,
it won't
look,
make as much of a difference.
I think in current form right now, Arsenal's back line has got a handful with Erling Haaland. I'm not talking last season when he got hurt, whatever happened. I don't know.
Yeah.
This season.
Well, Mark, I wanna sidebar the actual match, because I was thinking the other day, and this thought hurt my brain, and I know John's gonna say this is why I tell you not to think. You always get a headache. But I'm watching Erling Haaland the other day. Fucking hell, man. He is the best striker in the world right now. And Gary, I'm sorry about this. As much as this is going to hurt you to hear, trust that it's going to hurt me to say. There are only the two best out-and-out strikers in the world right now have to be Erling Haaland and Harry Kane. Harry.
We got it. Don't even go any further than
Bayern Munich's Harry Kane. There you go. It comes out better if you put Bayern Munich in front of it. It's fine. But when you look at just they do what you wish your striker would do, which is just when they have a chance, they flick it in the right direction. It just goes in the net every fucking time. And they score in different ways, and they're just it's unbelievable, and it sucks. And I understand that the rest of his game is what holds him back. You know, you do lose a position. He's not doing all the hard work, or at least he wasn't. He had like 8 blocks the other night, by the way, and had like a bunch of clearances from corners. But I'm just saying, when it comes to strikers and just fucking out and out striker ability, Harry Kane and Erling Haaland are the best in the world. What do you guys think of that?
Sure. I would agree with that. Why not? I got no problem with saying that Harry Kane is one of the best strikers in the world, or the second best striker in the world. I got no problem. I have no like hatred toward the man. If I was an Arsenal fan, yes, I would probably have this residual hatred, but I don't. And he is one that is steady Eddie and never been hurt and all the things. And I will wait for the day that he comes back for his triumphant return to the Spurs, because he will. He'll be coming.
He'll come back to beat Alan Shearer's record. Oh,
hey, whatever it takes.
Mo Matcher says Mbappe is a class higher. No. When it comes to out and out striker, shot for shot, Mbappe is a better football player. Yeah, like footballer. He's incredibly fast, incredibly skilled. Can shoot from anywhere, but he misses more chances than these guys do. Just saying.
My whole thing with Mbappe,
yes, he may be a tap-in merchant, but he taps it in the right spot every fucking time, and he muscles.
I don't know. This season, you're watching Haaland play defense,
Watching him do
and
some.
passing.
He is.
He's passing down the field, and has the speed to get in a position to where, hey, the guy I passed to is now going to get it to me. Momaster, as far as Mbappe is concerned, every time I try and
Should've
watch
been
that guy,
Gyökeres.
it is absolutely terrible. He does nothing whenever I watch. So I will never watch Mbappe, and he will have a massive career. But
And
he's done
Momaster,
nothing. I've
the
seen
Golden Boot-
nothing. With
The
the
Golden
exception
Boot
of the
winner was
final
on a
in the World Cup.
technicality.
No.
It was on a technicality. Gyökeres had more goals. So, but his goals don't matter as much.
How many teams that Haaland left won the Champions League the year after he left, and how many teams that Mbappe left won the Champions League the year after he left?
Ding, ding, ding. Give this man a gold star.
Give him 2 gold stars. Give
Give
him all the
2 gold
goddamn gold
stars.
stars. No, you're right, Tom. You're absolutely right. You know,
I'm not used to hearing that, so I'm just. I'm inside. I'm ecstatic with joy. Cheers, Pammy. But
My mouth was open. Sorry.
your mouth was open, yeah.
No, you're right about. No, Mbappe is a skilled player, but is he the best team player out there in terms of he makes the team that much better? And so far, the proof's in the pudding. Not so much, right? Not so much. His team's not better, and everybody expects it to be, and it looks like it's no different than what he did at PSG. Goes there with some of the best players in the world, and can't get it right. Real Madrid, will they get it right this year? We'll see. Barcelona will have to have a say, but there's something about it. Maybe his time is come and gone, and whatever he was going to win, as far as whatever he was chasing, won't be there. Right? So we'll see. But,
be hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Sorry to cut you off there. Be absolutely hilarious if Norway win the World Cup.
I think everybody be laughing.
They kind of have the talent to maybe
I'm
compete.
not saying it's not a claim that it will happen, but obviously if it does, because then anyone will naturally try and go, well, Mbappe won the World Cup. So if Norway then won it, it'd be like, what you got next, motherfucker?
I'm going to say thank you to everybody who's joined us. Remember to switch over to On the Stoop and give them a like and subscribe as well. Thank you for that.
Thank you very much for that, Gary.
Aura, meh.
Give us a meh
Meh.
and $100.
Yeah.
No,
I know.
Actually, if you don't want to hit thumbs up, just put in the comments, meh.
Yeah.
It does just as good for us if you comment something. So there you go.
No, I agree with it. I agree with the takes that as far as some of the best strikers in the world, and we're going to see one this weekend. We're going to see the best defenses in the world. We're going to see one this weekend. We'll see.
Yeah, Marino might play. You're right. Best striker in the world, right there.
He won the World Cup, my master. I acknowledged he won the World Cup. I said that.
Oh man, yeah.
What is?
Yeah.
No, Mo Master's just getting confused with us saying out and out striker. Like, to me, Mbappe isn't an out and out striker. He can play on the wing. He comes in from outside. He hangs out outside the box. Like, to me, he's not an out and out striker. When it comes to the class, your job is to be a tap-in merchant, because you'll be there in the right spot when everybody's aiming the ball at your head. So Mbappe's not that type of player. He's a different type of player. If we want to get to best player in the world, who is the best player right now, it may be somebody who can't even buy smokes yet or drink yet. It may be fucking Lamine Yamal. And I know he hates that as a Real Madrid fan, but let's be fucking honest. I don't know if you guys have watched Lamine Yamal. It's insane. That kid, he's insane. He's absolutely insane.
He has quite the quick foot.
Yeah, if you're going to build a team around a player right now, he would be the easiest one to take because you're going to get him for another 10 years, right? I mean, it's even that simple, right?
I don't even know in today's market anymore. I mean, could you see like a Yamal doing what Isaac did, where he was just like, I don't want to play here anymore. I want to go over
No,
here.
no,
I'm
no,
just
no.
saying.
You don't do that. You don't do that with Barcelona. First of all, like that, it's more of a cult thing, and he's been born and bred into it.
Sure.
So the thing is, they're going to have to pay him a ton of money to keep him. He may not want to leave, but they're so hard up for cash as well. Barcelona is in a whole shit show. If somebody comes in next year, we're looking 150 mil for Isak. Next year, it's going to be 200, 300, not 300, but 200 plus for some players. And it's not just going to be Saudi that's doing it. It's going to be the Premier League. It's going to be Real Madrid.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I do think with the emergence of the spending power of the newly empowered or somewhat newly empowered Saudi league is that's why we're seeing such astronomical transfer numbers, because I really feel that they just have to we have to put it way farther out there because we have this threat of this other league, which is just slowly kind of bleeding the talent out of the rest of football because they're able to offer
not only that.
So much.
Yeah, but there's a stigma about going there of it's you selling out. And a lot of players are like, absolutely, yes, it is. Here I go, the twilight of my years, and I can make 200 million, or I can make 4 million and play for Stoke, and they blow their budget. No, I'm going to do that. And you have players doing that and prolonging their careers and living good, happy fucking lives. Good. So there's that stigma with that where yes, you could go and make all that money, or we'll sell you for 20 million here. But I think the numbers have also gone up just due to inflation, Mark, if we want to get sociopolitical, socioeconomically political.
What's the town in England with the IT crowd when he says he's going to spend a wonderful weekend?
Oh, and he goes, how would you like to go to Paris? Paris? Oh, my God. Yes. Paris restaurant in Hull. That's right. We're going to Hull.
That's good Matt Berry impression.
I've actually seen that episode, believe it or not.
What do you mean you're a man? I told you I'm a man. I thought you said you were from Iran. I thought, to each their own.
Oh, man, I got to watch that show again.
It's best watched in small chunks. You can't binge 7-8 episodes because you really have to. The jokes are that cerebral that sometimes you just have to wait a minute. What is he getting at there?
If you've never seen it, if you've never seen the IT crowd, I recommend Workouting, the episode Workouting. It's season 2, episode 1, where they go to the theater and watch Gay the musical. And she's like, okay, I'm gay. Yeah, that's the one. I'm disabled. Yeah, incredible episode.
File.
Yeah, I'm pedophile. Who's talking about pedophiles? No.
Cancelled.
What's the one where Roy gets fired, but he doesn't leave the office and he's all kind of disheveled?
Oh, he doesn't get fired. He loses his ID.
He loses his ID.
He has to. Yeah, he gets something on his shirt, and so he takes it off and puts on a jacket, and then the old lady passes out. and they're like, "Give her your jacket, mate." And he's like, "Oh," and then he's like got no top on in the office, and he has to leave. Yeah, I don't know. Asher, what in God's name is this stream about? It was about football, my friend. But we're in stoppage time right now. We're just waiting for Liverpool to tap in a goal. We're at an hour 10.
No. No more of those.
Jesus. So yeah, fellas, we are overtime. I appreciate all you guys for joining us tonight, and I mean, we could burn through these. What do you guys think? Call it a night or burn through our predictions?
Can I just say that Arsenal are going to defeat Man City by 2-1? Have a good night, everyone.
You're taking off, Tom?
No,
all right. Well, what?
No, I'm not taking off. I was just saying I think it's going to be 2-1.
To who?
Arsenal.
Oh my God! Can we make him full screen for that, John? Can you say that again?
Arsenal are going to win by 2-1.
Damn it, Gary! That means it's not going to happen. We've seen his bets.
No, we're going to win 3-0. That's all it means. He's just got the numbers wrong.
I've lost
3 goals, but he just gave one to the City. Come on.
I've lost $3.81 every week for the past, I don't know, 100 weeks. I've lost more.
I don't know. I'm gonna go here. This is where I'm gonna go here. I'm looking at the impossible match to pick, and I'd like to hear everyone's thoughts on Man United and Chelsea. This just has we don't know what's going to happen here.
I want madness, so the only way I can get madness is
it's the Premier League.
Wins.
You want madness? Yeah.
I want.
Well, Man United are a shit show right now, and
Man United is a shit show, and they should fire.
However,
they should fire Emerin, because when he says you don't change the team, you change the man. I'm not going to change.
He wants out.
He wants out. Absolutely
he wants out bad.
Fire him.
That being said, I do feel like Manchester United are this little bit of a sleeping giant right now. And I think they could be poked enough to be woken up finally. And it's going to take a big win at home to resurge the crowd and make them think, okay, maybe we can do it. And this just has all the writings on the wall of Chelsea dropping points here. I think Chelsea are actually going to lose, and I think it is going to be a high-scoring match. I think it's going to be 3-2 Manchester United. With all the trouble that they have, I'm just telling you, I know I've hated Manchester United for a very long time. This is what they do, right on the brink of everybody being like, and then half the fan base will be pissed off that they won, because that means Emerin is staying, So it's the perfect story for Twitter and everything. The Premier League conspiracy guys are going to make this happen, and Manchester United are going to win against Chelsea at home. I'm telling you.
You just prepare to put mustard on those words, because you're going to be consuming them with a big slice of humble pie coming from the oven of shame, with the gas mark with egg on your face.
Okay. I'm going to grab a beer. I can still hear you, and I can still respond. I'm all wireless here, so I'm just going to grab a beer. You keep talking shit, you piece of shit.
That was the IT crowd. That was one of my second favorite things from the IT crowd. So he says, "Prepare to put mustard on that."
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to go.
I as well am going to have to go, and I think Mr. Tom can third that sentiment as Lolo is grabbing a beer, and he's going to come back, and he's like, "Hey, where did everybody go? I don't know."
No, I can hear you, and I can still talk.
The whole thing with this new hour thing, I like it. I like starting at 5 and being done by 6, but it's like I get so hungry. Just like wolves are hungry for a win, Mr. Tom.
Oh my God! Well done there, Mark. I'm sorry that you're getting hangry, but it is time to eat. Well, thank you guys all for joining us tonight. I do hope, Gary, that your team wins tomorrow. I forget who you support, but I'm just, I hope your team. You're
Hope
the
your
only
team
one I
wins
really
too.
care about,
Hope your
Gary.
team wins too. Just because I'm.
Thank you. They're not playing tomorrow, but they'll play on Sunday, hopefully. Okay, Mark, where are you? Over here, Mark. I hope your team wins tomorrow, right? And Tom, I hope your team wins as well. So yeah. Well,
Yeah.
guys, we dropped the link there in the comment section. If you want to join us backstage, we'll be backstage hanging out just for a minute or two, talking some more nonsense. But thank you all for joining us, and all of you that joined us over on Gary's channel. We love you guys. We'll see you next week. Peace, y'all.